Thanks for joining us this evening on TKO8 Local News. Berryville police are reporting that on Friday, officers were sent to a residence on Bush Springs Road in reference to James Ashbury's assaulting of his mother with an axe. When the officers arrived at the residence, Ashbury walked outside and turned himself in to authorities. Ashbury stated that his mother had kidnapped his children and was holding them for ransom. He then stated he had overreacted and attacked her with the axe. Ashbury's mother had gotten away from her son during the attack and ran to a neighbor's house where she called 911. Her hands and arms were covered with blood and had several lacerations on her hands and on her neck. She stated that she had come over to take a shower and change clothes and tucked under her arm, but she had been attacked with a small axe as she was changing her clothes. Ashbury's mother was transported to Mercy Hospital in Berryville for treatment of her injuries. Ashbury is being charged with capital murder, criminal attempt to capital murder, and domestic battery, along with first-degree aggravated assault and terroristic threatening. The execution of a man convicted of capital murder and kidnapping in a 21-year-old Boone County case is back on schedule after the state obtained the necessary drugs for lethal injection. Jason Farrell McGee is one of 8 inmates scheduled for execution in the month of April. McGee was one of 3 defendants convicted of capital murder and kidnapping and torture of the 15-year-old John Melbourne, Jr. in Harrison, and his ultimate strangulation death near the community of Omaha in August of 1996. McGee is set for execution on April 27th. A Lawrence County woman has been released from the Izard County Jail following her arrest in the felony theft charges. Izard County Sheriff Tate Lawrence says that 45-year-old Tracy Lake Johnson of Strawberry, Arkansas, was released after posting a $5,000 bond. In addition to the felony charge of theft by receiving, she also faces a misdemeanor theft charge and is scheduled to appear in court on March 22nd. Well, the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission will hold a special meeting to update the public on the chronic wasting disease tonight at the Carroll Electric Cooperative Building in Jasper. Since the first case of the chronic wasting disease was discovered in Arkansas about a year ago, many steps have been taken to learn more about the disease, which affects both deer and elk. According to Corey Gray, who is the manager of the newly formed Research and Evaluation and Compliance Division of the Commission, they have promised the community to keep them informed about the disease and the purpose of the various meetings that they've had during this past year. The most recent positive cases have been the result of samples collected from taxidermists on deer presented for mounting. Gray says that 25 positive cases came from nearly 900 samples. He adds that samples will continue to be taken from sick deer and elk reported by the public, as well as roadkill of deer. The Baxter County Quorum Court has been informed that the current employee handling payroll resigned and that the county is looking into filing for that position by the end of next week. In February's Personnel Committee meeting, County Clerk Kanda Reese said she had been waiting on a decision how the county will handle payroll functions currently under her office. At the meeting, Reese proposed that the issue be dealt with immediately due to her concerns for the employees handling payroll who had since resigned and what happens to those duties as they go away. Due to the vacancy, newly appointed HR Director Ryan Robb says work on the new personnel manual will be delayed until the position is filled. The next meeting of the Personnel Committee has also been pushed until the third week of April. Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We'll take a look at some headline news from around the region as TKO8 News continues.
Happy St. Patrick's Day from your friends at Edwards Grocery. A pot of gold's worth of savings are waiting for you this week. Boneless, skinless, best choice chicken breast or tenders, only $4.99 in the 3-pound bags. Selected varieties, Turkey Hill ice cream, 2 for $5. Best choice lasagna, only $9.99. Assorted pork chops, only $1.49 per pound of the family pack. And selected varieties, Starkist Chunk Light Tuna, only 59 cents.
This is Josh from Harrison Battery and Tire. Lots of folks have been asking about roadside assistance, and now it's available. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, we can quickly and efficiently take care of your tires and battery issues with one phone call. Professional, secure, comforting to get you back on the road. No matter what time, no matter what type of vehicle you drive, call for details at 870-741-7041. Harrison Battery and Tire on the curve of Main Street in Harrison, harrisonbatteryandtire.com. Big enough to serve, small enough to care.
Welcome to our One for Everyone sales event.
We're looking for something safe.
Yeah. The 2017 Corolla, RAV4, and more come with Toyota Safety Sense Standard.
Does it come with the, and then it kind of...
Lane departure alert. Yeah. Standard.
Oh, but does it have the thing that you're like...
Kind of like...
Ah! But it helps you stop.
Pre-collision system. Standard.
Now, during the One for Everyone sales event, get $2,000 customer cash, or qualified lessees can lease a stylish new 2017 Corolla LE for only $179 a month.
Keith. Standard.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Spring is here, and Quality Feed Grains has Spring High Mag Loose Mineral to prevent incidents of grass tetany in your beef cattle. They're now taking orders for baby chicks through May 31st and baby ducks through April 14th. Mark your calendar for April 8th and join them for Customer Appreciation Day from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. Quality Feed Grains with 2 locations, 4617 Highway 65 South and 311 East Prospect in Harrison.
A Decatur man pled guilty this week to first-degree criminal mischief and 2 counts of misdemeanor cruelty to animals for killing 2 valuable hunting dogs. Benjamin Charles Hudson of Decatur told Benton County Sheriff's Office deputies that he had fired warning shots before he shot the dogs. Hudson said the dogs had bothered his cattle. Hudson then dragged the dead dogs down the hill and then realized he wasn't alone in the woods and was approached by hunters who were the owners of those dogs. According to the court documents, both dogs were wearing GPS collars, and a sheriff's office detective was able to determine that one dog was 93 yards away, both the closest way from the closest cattle and a pen where the animals were thought to be. The dogs were registered through the United Kennel Club registering office and were valued at between $3,500 and $18,000 because of their training and certificates. Hudson was placed on 5 years of probation and was also ordered to pay restitution because the dog's owner plans to purchase new dogs. An effort to prevent cities and counties from raising the minimum wage higher than the state or federal rate has failed in the Arkansas Senate. The Senate voted 14-10 in favor of the bill by Republican Senator Bart Hester to prevent local governments from requiring businesses to pay workers a minimum wage or employment benefits higher than what's required by the state or federal law. The proposal needed at least 18 votes to advance to the House for support of the move and says it's needed to provide the uniformity across the state, but opponents say it would infringe on local control. The Senate approved a motion that would allow Hester to seek another vote on the measure later. The U.S. Attorney for the Eastern Arkansas District has resigned after being asked to do so by the nation's Attorney General. Spokesperson says Chris Taylor resigned Friday. He had been U.S. Attorney since December 31st of 2010. Thayer said at a highlight of his career, he was combating drug dealers during the Operation Delta Blues investigation back in 2011. He also handled the prosecution of former Arkansas Treasurer Martha Schaffner, former state judge Michael Magoo, and former state representative Hudson Hallen, along with former University of Central Arkansas president Lou Hardin. Most recently, he charged people who took money from children's feeding programs. First Assistant Patrick Harris will serve as acting U.S. Attorney. The Commissioner of the State Lands Office has returned over $18 million to the counties across Arkansas in 2016. Commissioner John Thurston says that the turnback is produced by property owners paying delinquent real estate taxes and from proceeds in excess of taxes due from the land office which sells property. Since Thurston took office back in 2011, the office has returned almost $119 million to counties across the state. Property is certified to the office when it is 2 years delinquent. Owners then have 2 more years to redeem the property before it goes to public auction. This year's auction season begins April 4th in Pope County. Arkansas legislators have approved a bill preventing the general release of dash cam video showing the death of a police officer in the line of duty. Representative Jimmy Gassaway said video showing Officer Jonathan Sneddle's final moments still makes the rounds on the internet and occasionally shows up in the social media feeds of Chanel's survivors. He says he wants to spare other family members the same misery. The Arkansas Senate and House passed the bill unanimously. Before we take a look at this chilly weather forecast as we move on through the work week, here's the way the stock market ended today. Somewhat miserable weather continues in the Ozarks, especially compared to what we had just a week or so ago when we were up in the upper 70s and people were wearing shorts and T-shirts out there. Well, you don't see any shorts and T-shirts out there today and certainly won't see any in the morning. As a matter of fact, we have a freeze warning in effect for the viewing area from 9 p.m. tonight until 10 a.m. tomorrow. And the temperatures tonight expected to plunge down into the low 20s, 22 to 23 degrees. Hopefully there will be some of a breeze or wind, if you will, and that may save some of the tender vegetation that cannot be brought inside or covered up. It is going to be cold out there. Here's the way it looks as we move on through the work week. Will warm up eventually. Tomorrow looks to be another pretty cool day out there. It's cold start in the morning, obviously. Mostly sunny skies in the afternoon. Might get up to around 45 degrees. We were only at 39 degrees this afternoon. Thursday, cloudy skies, slightly warmer once again, 55 degrees. By Friday, we do have a chance of a thunderstorm or two coming through as a cold front kind of collides with warmer air moving in to the central part of the country from the Gulf of Mexico. 65 degrees on Friday afternoon thunderstorms. About 40% chance we may see some sprinkles. Warming up on Saturday should be a pretty nice weekend compared to what we've had. 65 degrees on Saturday, up to 66 on Sunday under mostly sunny skies. So it's going to warm up. Just bear with us. We're going to get some warm weather here soon. I tell you, we were talking about the change in the time and then the gloomy weather that we've had. It seems like we're going backwards, and it certainly does. It's kind of tough to get up of a morning when it's cloudy and rainy, and 6 o'clock is more like 5 o'clock, which it really was just a week ago. Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We'll take a look at sports from around the region as TKO8 News continues.
Hello, Hello, this is Michelle from Nature's Wonders. This time of year, people tend to be disappointed in themselves for not following through with New Year's resolutions. Well, we have a thought for you. Why New Year's resolutions? Why not New Day resolutions? Each day is an opportunity for us to start fresh, have a new attitude, be more positive, and take better care of ourselves. We're here to help by providing the natural and organic grocery and supplements that you need. Come see us at Nature's Wonders on Highway 65 in Harrison, just down from Thompson's Ace Hardware. And remember, when you start each day, make a New Day resolution to be a better and healthier you.
Welcome to our One for Everyone sales event.
We're looking for something safe.
The 2017 Corolla RAV4 and more come with Toyota Safety Sense Standard.
Does it come with the, and then it kind of...
Lane departure alert. Standard.
But does it have the thing that you're like,
Kind of like...
but it helps you stop?
Pre-collision system. Standard.
Now, during the One for Everyone sales event, get $2,000 customer cash, or qualified lessees can lease a stylish new 2017 Corolla LE for only $179 a month.
Kate. Standard.
Toyota, let's go places.
The annual Remax Cup held at FS Garrison Stadium. The Harrison Goblins earned a 2-1 victory over Maumelle on Friday night before falling 2-0 to Dardanelle on Saturday morning. Lady Goblins had a tougher weekend as they were topped by Maumelle 3-2 on Friday night before getting a shutout on Saturday 3-0 by Cabot. The Mountain Home Junior Varsity Boys Soccer Team was able to pick up a win over Lead Hills Varsity Team. The JV Bombers won with a 6-0 decision as Adam Sorrell led Mountain Home with 2 saves. Taylon Benton, Hunter Brashears, and Jackson Yates each added a goal. Lance Lee dished out 2 assists, and Joshua McCoy, Austin Level, and Nick Stone each recorded a save. The JV Bombers improved to 1-1 on the season. And the Omaha Lady Eagles put a beating on Deer this past Friday in a meeting on the softball diamond. The Lady Eagles downed Deer 15-5. The Lady Antlers of Deer got on the board first with 3 runs in the opening frame. Emily Carney drew a walk, and Miley Matlock singled and put 2 runners on base. Katie Smith drew a walk to load the bases, and all 3 base runners would go in to score. Omaha plated a single run in the bottom of the first as Kayla Yoakum crossed home plate. The Lady Eagles then took a lead in the second inning as they pushed 6 runs across the home plate in the time frame and never really looked back. Omaha put the game away in the bottom of the 5th inning to end the game with the mercy rule. By a scant millimeters, Addison Roberts from Valley View in the girls division and Charity Blake from Acorn in the boys division won first place scholarships Saturday in the Arkansas National Archery in the schools program state tournament at the Bank of the Ozarks Arena in Hot Springs. The tournament drew more than 1,600 archers from across the schools in Arkansas. Roberts and Blake both won their respective divisions by 1 point. North Texas has hired Grant McCaskill as the new basketball coach after he won 20 games in his only season at Arkansas State. McCaskill replaces Tony Benford, who was fired after he failed to have a winning season in the first 5 years there. The Mean Green were 8-23 this season and missed the Conference USA tournament after going 2-16 in league play. McCaskill spent the 5 seasons before going to ASU as an assistant at Baylor University for Scott Drew, and he was 56-12 in 2 years as head coach at Midwestern State. Arkansas State the athletic director, Tommy Moser, said in a statement Monday that ASU wishes McCaskill and his family the best, that a national search began immediately to find the replacement for them. And that wraps up our broadcast here for this evening. Thanks for joining us. Join us Monday through Friday at 6:30 and again at 10 p.m. as we continue to bring you local news, weather, sports, and local announcements from around the area on Harrison's broadcast station, TKO Channel 8. Now stay tuned for more local events around the viewing area.